look. We're
Just in
live.
time.
Hey,
That worked.
How's everybody doing?
doing well. How are y'all?
Oh, we
Just
are live.
fighting with my AirPods.
We are live.
We are.
Speaking
Welcome,
of AirPods,
welcome to Friday Night Live.
All
Doing
right,
to you.
all right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody's Friday going?
so far
Another
so
week
good.
over.
Peachy.
I'll
Oh,
fully admit that procrastination has been my superpower
There
today.
you go.
Yep.
you're welcome. Glad I affected everybody.
I totally came down in the shop at about 4:00, and I said, I really need to finish gluing up all these drawers. And I looked at them, and I walked over on the other side of the shop, and I started doing something else. And I sat down and logged in, and here we are.
And he said, from over here, I can't even see those drawers.
That's right. They'll be there tomorrow.
That's tomorrow Steve's problem.
Yeah, drawers. What drawers?
Hey, I actually
We don't need those
finished
stinking drawers.
a couple drawers today. Made a little cabinet to go under my drill press to hold all my drill bits and a sundry things.
Nice.
But
What
Of course I-
what fence did you use? I saw that you posted that video. What fence did you use for that?
that's a Byram's Custom Woodwork special.
Okay, so you just built
Homemade.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
just some plywood, glued it together, cut a rabbet in for the T-track, and then 3D printed a port for it. And,
Nice.
made a couple little walnut stop blocks for it. And, yeah,
Ooh.
it's pretty simple. Downside was I got it all together, and the bottom plate for the fence, it's a nice smiley face.
Mm.
So yeah, but once you tighten the screws down, the bolts down in the T-track, it flattens out. It's fine. Yeah,
Everything's fine.
it works. Yeah, I was
We're all
sitting
gonna
there
be
looking, had all that open space under the drill press, and I'm like, I could use some storage under there, because I was thinking about making drawers and mounting them to the bottom of the table. And I was like, man, that's just adding more weight to that. So I milled up I had a bunch of 2x6s laying around. So I milled them down to about an inch thick and glued it all together and used some cheap 1/2-inch ply for drawer runners, and had just enough to get 5 drawers made. And then I ran out of that cheap 1/2-inch ply. So I was like, it's good enough for now.
Pretty good enough.
Yep, good enough to all my loose drill bits that were laying around the shop. I could put them in there, and
Did you just do one drawer, or did you do multiples? Sorry, I missed that.
multiple. So it's stacked. It has room for 10 drawers, but I've only got. Yeah, it was a little overkill. I think I'm just gonna do the 5 that I have and do one big one for the bottom. Just so it's
the junk collector bottom drawer.
Because I don't really think it needs, because each drawer is 2 inches tall. I really don't think I need 10 2-inch tall drawers.
No, that height seems.
Yeah, because at that point you're just throwing little bitty things in there. So
Yep.
Yeah, make one big drawer for the bottom. Either that, or put a tool in there just to store it.
Did you already make the drawer boxes?
5 of them, yeah, because that's when I ran out of plywood. That's all the plywood I had was to make 5. And because I made the bottoms are a solid sheet of plywood that sit into plywood runners. So it used up a little more plywood than what it normally would, but for something like that, I wasn't about to go buy 10 sets of 10-inch, drawer slides. I felt like that would be even more overkill at the end of the
I'd
day.
say split the difference and just do two drawers where you have that opening.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I did that, if I did one drawer, it would be almost a foot deep.
Mhm.
So I could do, 2 6-inch drawers or whatever that number comes out to be. But
I like it.
I don't want to have to go buy a whole sheet of plywood just to make those drawers. I'm going to wait till I have a project that I need some 1/2-inch plywood for, and I'll have some left over. Yeah. What's everybody else got going on?
I just got the Rocksteady bench or bench table
Table,
squared up.
Yeah.
Squared up and could pull some measurements off that. I thought those vertical center supports. I thought I had spots on the stretchers that I could like do two across, but there's only the one center spot, and I don't really feel like drilling out.
I think one would be plenty.
Well, I was originally with the 44-inch width. I was gonna just do 2 columns of drawers. But because I increased the size to 56, I was like, oh well,
Okay.
I'll split that into thirds now. But that vertical center mount is can only go there. So
Okay.
Drill it.
Yeah, especially you can just drill it out.
I need to I need a square hole because that bolt comes through and it needs to be like locked in. It's fine. Everything will shake out.
Throw an impact on it. It'll turn into a square hole.
That's true.
Tighten that bolt down.
Yeah.
Are you putting it on casters?
No, I am not.
Really?
I was gonna pull the trigger. Yeah, Brockler sells casters for this, but they're not the one. I would almost, if I was gonna put casters on this, I would want the ones that the wheels like fold out and then the feet come down, so like the wheels aren't
Oh, okay.
touching at all, and that's not. I'm just gonna overcomplicate the crap out of this, just like every freaking project I do. So I'm just gonna keep the casters.
So
They're
they
back here.
they make a caster where it's got the wheel off to the side, and it has the plate that sits on the ground. You screw it in and out. That's what I
Yes.
have on my laser, and then I bought the dual locking casters for my CNC.
Mhm.
So not only do they lock rolling, they lock spinning too.
Okay.
And I got a set of heavy duty ones that are rated at like 300 or 400 pounds a caster or something. And I can tell you, man, when all 4 are locked down, that CNC does not move.
Yeah. I mean, this would be the first. This would be the first thing in my little tiny shop that is not on wheels.
Yeah.
Everything's on wheels in here. But whatever. It is what it is.
Wheels are nice.
Yep. Kind of at a point where I'm just like, how am I gonna fit everything in here? Joiner's not even set up. We have the drum sander set up. I just gotta put the paper on the roller and then get that dialed in. That's a project after I finish the CNC table.
Better get after it. January's coming up pretty quick, or February.
I'm trying. I think it's going to be the end of January. I go out.
I hope you have that joiner set up before then.
Oh, I hope to. I think it's going to go in this back corner, like up in front of the garage door. Well, not in front of the garage door, but like one wing will be there, and I got to run the electrical for that too.
Is that joint
Actually, what's
220?
that?
Is
Yes.
it 220?
Yep. 8 inches. Yeah, that'll be
8 inches.
insane. I had a little tiny like I think it was little Craftsman benchtop jointer, and that worked for a bit, and then something died in it. I took it all apart, tried to fix it, and then I just put it on the street.
Yeah, it's
This
gonna be
is
night and day
your
once you get that.
problem.
Oh, yeah.
Once
Oh
you get
yeah,
the joiner set up, it's gonna be night and day, man.
I can actually have like two
Square boards.
Yeah. I can be a real woodworker.
Well, just because he gets it set up doesn't mean he'll get square boards out of it.
I was amazed going from that 735 to the Grizzly planer, how much of a difference that thing is.
Oh yeah, I'm so done with this DeWalt. I have that same planer, and it's on the flip cart. Like
Ooh.
even back in like, oh gosh, I forget the Fisher's shop or Fisher's wood shop, whatever that guy is.
Yeah.
He was the first YouTube back in the day that I watched that had that flip cart, and I was like, that is freaking genius. And I built one. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But every time I want to go to use a tool on that, it's on the bottom, and I got a bunch of crap because I have no space to put stuff on. So like it's loaded up with stuff on the top, so I got to take all that stuff off, get it out, and it's just a pain in the butt. So I think I'm done with flip carts for now. Yeah.
They serve their purpose, but yeah, I've heard
What
that
else
from a
is-
lot of people.
What else is on that flip cart?
Oh, that's a good question, Joey, because it's a heavy ass DeWalt planer on one side, and then a super light spindle belt sander on the other.
The rigid?
No, it's the Wen. Yeah,
That thing's not exactly balanced very well, is it?
not even a little bit. I go to flip that, and I gotta just like hold on for dear life, just like don't spin all the way. Yeah. Lessons learned.
Yeah. The guy that bought my planer, I told him, I was like, you can have, because I have the DeWalt cart for that planer.
Mhm.
I was like, you can have it if you want it. Like I have no need for it. It's just gonna sit in my attic forever. Oh no, that should be all right. I'm just gonna keep it stored under my workbench and just pull it out and set it on my workbench when I need it. I'm like,
Had he lifted that yet?
buddy, like, there's a reason this planer says team lift. Like, it's almost 100 pounds.
Yeah. I think it's like 80 to 100. I want to say.
And he sent a friend of his out to pick it up from me, and his buddy went to pick it up, and he goes, he said you had a rolling cart for it too that he could have. I was like, yeah, I do. I went ahead and got it down out of the attic. He's like, so I'm going to make the executive decision and say he wants that rolling cart. I'm like, then let's go ahead and load it up. And he texted me a couple days later when he got his hands on it. He's like, hey, I really appreciate you go ahead and giving my buddy that rolling cart. Like, you're welcome. You're gonna want it. He's
Yep.
like, yeah, this thing's. He's like, I'm not an old man, but this ain't old man strength safe. I'm like, buddy, I'm not. I'm a young man, and picking that sucker up off the floor is not fun. Like,
Nope.
no.
Nope. I had mine stored on like the bottom shelf of my bench for a while, and every time I got up to use it, I'd just be like, "Oh, dang it!" And most of the time, I'd run that on the ground.
Yeah. Well,
just
even
'cause it
the
was-
what do they call them? The lunchbox, the smaller ones. They're still
Yeah.
like 50
They're
pounds.
so hefty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd consider that DeWalt a lunchbox.
Well, because I guess it is still a lunchbox, but the smaller DeWalt and rigid ones, I
Yeah.
mean, those things they're heavy. And I did the same
Yep.
thing. It's stored under my workbench, and it's like, oh man, I got to use that today. Okay, all right, let's pick it up.
Yep. My other problem before I got the Harbor Freight dust collector was my little shop vac dust collection was it couldn't handle that because the blower on that DeWalt just
Oh, it'll-
shoots chips.
Yeah,
Like it couldn't handle, the vacuum was just like yeah. So I just I either blow it into like a bag or I just blow it into the driveway and then clean up after.
I used to, because my shop's when I had the PVC and it was all plumbed up, I would open 3 other blast gates when I, was running that when I still had the blower hooked up on it, just so it wouldn't overpressure my system. Because if
Mhm.
you had only the blast gate for the planer open, it actually wouldn't collect dust very well. But if you'd open 3 other blast gates up on the other run, it would actually collect dust better. Because it wasn't, you didn't have that back pressure.
It's not
Mhm.
back pressure. You're allowing more airflow in it. That's what's allowing you to pull more.
Well, it's the back pressure on the dust collection system. It was overpressuring the system. And so it wasn't allowing the air to flow. And once you open it up, then it would essentially, what you're saying is right. Yeah, it would let more air flow through. So, but you could almost run it without the dust collection turned on, and it would still pump all the chips up, down to the separator.
Did you do the top mount
Mhm.
that everyone else has done?
Yeah, that was, in my opinion, one of the best best modifications other than the Sheelix head for that planer.
Oh dang, you put a Sheelix on it too.
I bought it with the guy I bought it from put the Sheelix head in it. Or no, he bought it with the Sheelix head. Because at one point you could buy them, I think from Rockler or Woodcraft.
Everybody sells them with the Sheelix head now.
Yeah.
You can
And
get them. Grizzly will, even Home Depot, you can get them. Home Depot, you can get just about anything you want from them. Grizzly,
yeah.
Jet, Powermatic, kind of like Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart's the same way. You can order just about anything from them.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with mine. I don't think I'm going to sell it. I think I'm just going to keep it as a backup.
You got the 735?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just has straight knives.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
I got the 20-inch Grizzly, and then now I have this, I guess it's a 16-inch on the Felder because it's a joiner planer combo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The new guy.
Yeah. I
The
I
new
wouldn't get rid of
guest.
that 20-inch planer because that'll come in handy.
Oh, hell no, I'm not getting rid of that. I'll
Yeah.
probably never use the one on the Felder. I just got it because it was a good deal.
Yeah.
I really didn't want it, joiner planer combo, but couldn't pass up the deal.
Was it cheaper to buy their combo than just buying a 16-inch joiner?
Actually, no, it was a little more for this one, but it kind of evened out, because if I would have just gone with the straight joiner, they were going to have to order it. And
Oh,
then it would have been hit with tariffs. And then I would have gotten charged for shipping. So they were running a Labor Day. Was it Labor Day? Yeah. Labor Day sale where this was already here. So it was pre-tariff and it was free shipping.
Ooh.
So it was kind of a hard, it basically was at the time cheaper to buy this one than to buy the other one.
yeah, no, I get that.
So that's why I went with it. Plus, 16-inch joiner, you're not going to get that. Anything you look at, you're getting up to about 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even, I think, Grizzlies, they're about $8,000-9,000. By the time you pay shipping, it's about 10 grand.
Yeah.
So,
That's not
and they're a good line. Felder's got a good reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Quality tools. So,
I mean, that's all that Jason uses.
Yeah.
Because he's got their joiner, planer, combo, and isn't his table saw a Felder?
it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
the hammer
fairly
line.
new.
A
Sliding.
hammer.
It's the hammer line,
Yeah.
which mine is too, but
Same
easier
company.
Easier to say Felder because everybody be like hammer, right? Like,
Yeah.
most people have heard of Felder before. But even at that, those tools are just a step up, I believe, on the quality. Even what I've seen with this one, I mean, it's a pretty nice machine. I mean, you can tell just looking at it, the quality in the machine, the engineering in it. It's nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was looking at them at the woodworking festival, and I was really impressed.
But yeah, still got to get it set up. Maybe I'll do it. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Oh, almost.
Almost fumbled.
Almost.
So, but I need to get that going because that's going to be a key machine to use in the workbench build. I'll be able to joint those pieces of the tabletop. That'll be nice.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you see that workbench video I sent?
Mm-hmm.
The guy building
I'd
it out
already
of
seen it.
plywood?
The one on a plywood, yeah.
That was
Yeah, it's
That
actually
was
a pretty good
interesting.
video.
It's pretty, but I mean, I don't know. You're gonna beat the heck out of anything. It's just, to me, that would be a little softer.
Yeah.
than
That
normal.
would be closer to like the one that Jay Bates built out of pine.
Yep.
But I mean, reading through a bunch of, I've gotten a lot of literature and I've been going through some. I mean, they don't frown upon pine, to be honest. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
that's, there's all these different versions and styles of benches throughout the century that they've built,
Yep.
just going through some of that stuff. And I mean, some people will, there's different species of pine, of course, so it's pretty neat to read on that stuff, because I'm not familiar with a bunch of the history. I'm getting familiar with it, and it's cool to read. Hell, I think I got about 3 or 4 workbench books now. But it's cool to go through there and look at that stuff.
Yeah, there are a ton of different
Yeah.
designs and options.
Yeah. I did see one that was absolutely kind of like the style you like, Steve, but it was more like more of a cabinet
like
base.
shaker style or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cabinet base.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was pretty nice the way they had it set up. I mean, it seems like everybody will add their little twist to it.
Right. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I love a split top Roubeau as well. But
yeah. And there's different styles of Rubos that don't
Yep.
have splits in them. I was going through them and I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody says you got to put the split in it. It just
Yeah.
for a lot of people it's easier and it creates that little tool well that you can pull up and becomes a plane stop. That's one of the nice things about it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. That's the kind of like why I like it, because you can just flip that up and you can basically corner a piece of material in. If you put some dogs along the other side of it,
Yep.
it's pretty much well in there,
Yeah.
But it's
100%.
a cool concept. And the part of being able to throw some of your chisels and stuff if you're using it, so they're not rolling around or you're not knocking them off the table. Like a part I didn't show with that plane video that I put out, or the story I did. I was getting after it last night and getting into it, and I actually hit the back end of that plane on the board when I was coming back. It's at the end when I didn't show it on there, but it flew out of my hand and onto the floor of the shop. But luckily, I had rubber mats I was standing on, and it hit the rubber mat and it just came apart. I mean, it literally flew apart. And
Tactical disassembly.
oh, wow. I'm glad that mat was there, because I probably would have been, there has been some choice words being said.
Yeah,
All my fault,
can
self-inflicted.
I can't recommend enough that if you're going to have a hand tool bench, make sure it's on and around rubber mats.
I'm definitely gonna the mats that Matt has been talking about it's definitely gonna be surrounded by it.
Yeah,
Those horse stall mats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just went and
100%.
bought another one. They've gone up in price again.
Yeah, those Tractor Supply.
Yeah, they're like 50. At least up here, they're $53 a piece now.
That's
instead of
cheap
40.
insurance if you drop a $400 or $500 plane or $600 plane.
Yeah, and it's
100%.
saves your back too, because you're not sitting right on concrete.
It saves the hour of resharpening and taking the nick out of the chisel.
Yeah. Or the hand plane, like I did, being clumsy, and that thing just flew out of my hand, and it was gone, and it hit that rubber. It hit that rubber mat and just flew apart. And I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I put those there."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Quiet group tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm full, man. I just got back from eating, so I'm over here like in a freaking
Food coma.
Goma.
So it's funny. I got an alert on Facebook, and it's your daily memories that pop up. Half of which you don't want to see.
Yep.
And this day 10 years ago or 9 years ago was when I posted the woodworking project that started this whole endeavor. It's kind of cool to see that memory pop up.
Cool.
Yeah. Sitting in an empty garage with, the Centipede workbench and some Harbor Freight sawhorses and a crappy 10-inch Ryobi miter saw.
Hey, don't knock it.
Hey, that old Ryobi miter saw, it put in some work, because it was the old blue back before Ryobi changed their colors. Yeah,
There's still a Harbor Freight chop saw up there. There's an old Delta in the other shop. The old Craftsman table saw is in the back shop, and then the newer one's over here. That's just junk. But a bunch of it was Craftsman, mixed with some Harbor Freight. A little bit of everything.
Man, some of that newer Harbor Freight stuff is.
I
You having
thought
fun over there, Matt?
I thought you were trying to signal that I had something, and then I figured out it wasn't your real hand.
He's just picking his nose with his other hand.
So,
Not
anyone
really
get any new
talking.
tools this week?
Not for me, but I did for the company. But does that count?
Yeah,
I mean, you
if
get to
it's
use
cool.
them, right?
It's
All right.
$26,000 in one pop.
Oh,
Nice.
you don't have to write that check, so it's all right.
No, but it comes on my budget.
I
Oh,
bought a vise for the drill,
You
and
did.
but it was junk. I sent it back.
Mm.
It's I guess X and Y movement.
Hmm.
Yep. Kind of like one of those machinist devices for a
Yeah,
drill press.
exactly what it is. And that was the biggest piece of crap. I was so dang mad when I opened it.
Hmm.
Wrapped it
Amazon
back up
special.
and sent it back. I found a Wilton, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it. I don't know if I'm even going to get one now.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah, they're nice to have if you know if you're gonna do some metal work with your drill press.
It's very minute stuff that I want to do, but it needs to, and I know what it's going to entail. It's going to entail spending more money to get one that flows nice. The movement is crisp,
Yeah.
you
no
know,
backlash or
and you're not, yeah, exactly. And you're not fighting it. And
Mhm.
I just got to search around. I thought I can get away cheap. And I mean, it wasn't cheap. It was $100, but it's junk. It's absolute junk. But, and it had good reviews. I don't know what those people that were reviewing it were using it for, because I don't see how. I mean, that thing, it moved every which way but the right way. The tolerances were all screwed up on it. I mean, maybe I just got a bad one, which is possible, but man, it was horrible. I mean, it was looser than loose. I can tell you that. And then one of the all threads that actually moved the vise, it was bent. I mean, you could actually see it as you were turning it. It was
oh wow.
it was just warped. And I'm like, what the heck?
Wow.
Didn't help that the box looked like they drug it across the dang parking lot. It looked like they were playing football with it through, you know,
Ace
carrier
Ventura.
facility.
Yes, let's say Ace Ventura delivered it.
DHL people.
Yeah.
Got a package, people.
Yeah, I didn't get anything big this week. I just picked up a couple of replacement blades for the cabinet scraper, the 112 scraper from Lee Nielsen. So that was it.
You know,
Nothing super interesting.
you know what? I don't care. I got a Veritas catalog in.
Mm.
Why is everybody? There's a
Yeah, it's nice.
There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff you don't see. Like
A
there,
lot of great stuff in there.
yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't know that they had. And even today, I got an email from them, and they had these little fine sanders. They're like block sanders.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw Jeff's comment.
I was waiting for Joey to get it.
That there was, bud. I've gone back through the credit card statements, and I was like, man, I was influenced by some influencers over there.
You were the influencer.
We'll blame it on mustache.
Mm.
No,
It's all his fault.
It's all his
He's
fault.
the one that started. I looked at him. I said, I need something fruity to drink, but not girly, just something. He said, try this. And that's when Mike said, I'll have one of them too. And it was on from then. I was like, dang, this is good.
Yeah. Might have to look into sponsorship for that.
Oh yeah, I think Tito's is a Texas distillery, isn't it?
They are.
Austin, not Austin.
Believe
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
so. Yeah, they're a Texas brand.
So, anyways,
But-
getting back to the Veritas catalog.
Yeah, there's some nice little additions that you could put in that are real cool that I didn't even know. Never even seen stuff like that on the site. And then you start going through them like, oh, I need one of them. Them.
2 of those, 3 of those.
Yeah, definitely need some of these.
$3,000 or $4,000 later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's thankfully, but we're getting to the point where we're going to start seeing all the holiday sales and
I know.
the Thanksgiving sales and everything. So
Black Friday.
The horrible time of the year.
I know. Well, it's horrible for us. Great for the credit card companies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
They-
with
they-
one plane, it's called a I'm gonna mess it up, but it's like when you have a mortise, you can actually I think it's called a mortise. I don't know if it's a mortise in
Shoulder.
You
Shoulder
can get in
rabbiting
there
plane.
on its side, and you can get the side faces of that mortise.
Shoulder plane.
Probably a shoulder plane.
It's a little it's small. I'll look it up while y'all talk, but
Oh,
it seems like it'd be very useful
Shoulder
to get in
plane.
there and relieve some of that stuff. If you just need to, maybe get a mill or something off. Show me, Steve. You probably have one.
he probably has
Shoulder
3.
No. I have that. No. I'll those are shoulder planes. This is a flat plane that
95.
I have those too. No, this is different. Well, it's kind of like that, but a lot smaller version.
We could be here all night. Steve pulling his planes off.
The plane.
Look at the plane.
A 98 or a 99.
That's
This is
kinda
more
like-
of a rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit. Yeah. Hold on. You're gonna make me go look for it.
Well, speaking of planes, I got a new hand plane this week.
You did? What you get? What you get?
What did you get?
I got this.
What's that? For
It's
the
a
audio
plane.
listeners out
The
there.
plane.
For the audio listeners out there, it is a Tersa Knives Raleigh 260. So it is a little controversial from what I've seen on the old interwebs.
Okay.
So it uses replacement blades versus, having to sharpen blades.
A
So it
traditional blade.
uses
Yep.
these
Yep.
little
Okay.
inserts. You can get carbide inserts, which they recommend for cutting, if you're planing hardwoods. But so far, I like it. I will say for those that are new to it, that don't want to, that are nervous about sharpening, and that's one thing that I'm not good at is sharpening. And I have the hand planes that I have are much older, and I need to get new irons for them anyways. Just because they are quite round now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, like round in the profile, they're not square, straight.
Yes.
You can bring that back.
Yeah. Well, I know on one of them because the iron is fairly newer, but I fear on my old Stanley number 7 just because of the age of it.
Mhm.
If I were to
Probably
take
good
enough
steel
off,
in it. It probably
is,
not,
but-
I mean, not joking. It probably is. It'd probably be better if you did sharpen it and bring
well,
it
the
back.
problem, to bring it back, you're going to lose a little bit of the blade. And it might not
That's
hurt.
okay.
Yeah. So I just need to get out there and I need to get a really good sharpening system for it.
Well, if you decide to replace the blades, go back to Veritas, who
Mhm.
purchased Hawk, HOCK.
I think
Hawk
remember us
blades
talking
have
about
always
that at one
been,
time. Yeah.
yeah, they've always been kind of one of the best replacement hand plane blades, specifically for Stanley and Bailey, which I think that's what you have, right? Isn't it a Stanley or a Bailey?
It's a Stanley. Yeah.
Stanley, yeah, okay. Hawk blades, which was recently about a year ago or so, purchased from Veritas, Lee Valley. So they now have that they sell. So, and they're significantly thicker than the traditional planes that came with Stanley and Bailey's. Those are like paper thin compared to the other ones. I mean, I don't know. They're probably quarter of an inch thick as opposed to
Oh wow.
like maybe an 1/8 inch from
Yeah.
the original.
Does
Fairly-
that just give you more? It makes it stronger, I guess, and so it can. Take
Yeah,
a deeper cut.
it's going to be stiffer and it's going to be less flex. So especially when you start getting into harder woods like oak, stuff like that, maple, planing those, you're going to have less deflection in the blade.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, I will say with this one, like it was within 5 minutes of opening the box, reading the instructions on how to adjust the depth of the blade. I had a board clamped up in my vise and I was planing.
Yeah.
And I know with most hand planes, I know there's a few of them out there that come, very sharp out of the box. But I know there's others that you'll still want to tune and everything else. But this one, I mean, there was nothing to it. Just set the depth and go. And, it works. It's not for everybody. I will say price wise, because this one's about $2.25, about $2.25. Plus shipping, and it's a Swiss made, so of course you're going to pay tariffs on it right now. But it's neat. I'm going to put it through its paces. They asked for a review. Because they said they don't have a huge, hold here in the U.S. market. So, I'm gonna really, really work it and just see. Not going to intentionally break it, but I want to see what it can and can't do.
Yep.
So,
As far as your sharpening, you said that you need to get into a system. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get into a system. I mean, there are plenty of different versions. I mean, you can go with sandpaper, you can go with diamond stones, you can go with oil stones, you can go with wet stones.
And I've got a whetstone, and I didn't pay attention when I ordered it, and it's not wide enough for that number 7 blade, or it is just wide enough. So, and I know you for a novice like me, I'd like a little more forgiveness.
Yep.
So, and I was looking at, I want to say it's Katz Moses or KM Toolworks. They sell
Scary Sharp.
The Scary Sharp. Yeah, I was actually looking at that, and then pairing it with his new sharpening jig that he's got, and just because
It's a great option.
I love using chisels. I use my chisels not all the time, but they get a fair bit of use, and to have something that I could have set up, because I've seen a few where you just have it set up
on sale.
Yeah,
right
I've
now,
looked at that one from Rockler.
$39.
Yeah.
And it's got the gauge in there to set it to the right angle. Once you know the angle.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but it's a very nice, well built jig.
You know what I bought? Oh, go ahead.
I've got a bunch of different jigs that I'm gonna just probably do a video on to try them out to see which is what, because there's some that are out on the market that kind of like goes with the title of our show for Sunday. It's like, at what point are these just copycats? Because I'm using one right now that is, I would say it's pretty close identical to the Veritas system at a much cheaper price, but you can still see that there's quality differences.
Yeah.
But it's a nice system. Easy to set up chisels, easy to set up plane knives. Once you know the angle, and then some that'll give you micro bevels. Like this is able to give you the micro bevel if you want it. Versus when you get the micro bevel in there, and then you can just go back and hit that up fairly quick. It just all depends on what you like to use. But that it's a side rabbit plane, basically what you have, but just a different style.
Yep.
kind of a different. I mean, of course it's different than the Lee Nielsen, but same concept. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool to have if you need to shave off. You know, if it's just not right close, especially on what I'm going to be doing with a bunch of these mortise and tenons on that bench. I figured that might help tune some of that a little bit. So
yeah, I bought a jig years ago from, was it Petrie's from Pete?
Yeah.
And it's just a 3D printed gauge, you know, so you can set your angle, and it, you know,
Yes.
it worked.
Yep.
Only problem was that it was 3D printed, and you use it a half dozen times, and it starts to wear out. And I mean, I think I paid like $5 or $10 for it. I mean, it worked.
hell, I like the ones that come with the Tormac, and then that other one that I have. It's just a cheap little square plastic. It's not even the one that came with the Tormac. It's actually the one that came with the Grizzly sharpener that I have. And you just stick your knives in there, and you can find the angle real quick and know what to set your gauges to set them up with. And
Yeah.
the rest is just on you. Once you have it locked in, that just sharpen it. It's easy. I mean, I got a pretty decent set of diamond blades from Woodcraft last year during the holidays, and they had it on sale, and it was stupid cheap, and they're pretty good. And it's a set of 3. It's 4. I think it's 400, 600, and 1200. I believe it's a Wood River. It's Wood River brand. Pretty good. Of course, now I've gotten other stuff. Now I've got some glass whetstones, and different things, higher grits to get that real fine. I just like seeing how sharp I can get the dang things.
Is glass the better option?
It's just a glass backing. It's ceramic top. They just call it a glass stone, right? From what I'm seeing.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So typically the ceramic stones are just bonded to a piece of glass. So it's a little lighter, and the stone is a little thinner, as opposed to if you go with like a typical Shapton ceramic stone. It's probably about a ½ inch, maybe a little bit more, maybe closer to 3/4 of an inch thick. And the glass backing is just a different way to do it. They're a little cheaper because it's a thinner amount of the ceramic stone.
See, it's just glass, and then the stone up here.
Gotcha.
Backing.
Okay.
This is 6,000.
I was just looking on Rockler. They have the diamond stones.
Yep, that was good too.
That's 400, 800, and 1,200. I mean, you're at the end of the day, when you buy them all, it's $120 for that.
I mean, if you're not in a hurry, I'd wait for the holidays, because you will find them. You will
I'm not.
them.
I've got ways to sharpen what I use.
Yeah.
So I'm not just going to run out and buy it right now.
Yeah, and it really doesn't honestly matter which type you use. Just pick a system.
Yeah. And
get familiar with it and get proficient with it. A lot of people start out with the Scary Sharp or just regular sandpaper. It's easy, it's convenient. Because you don't have to worry about flattening stones or keeping stones flat. As soon as you start getting into, the typical Japanese stones like the water stones or oil stones, those dish very easily and quickly, and you have to, lap those and keep those nice and flat. So each time you're sharpening something, you go back and you flatten them. So it's just a little bit more work. Even the ceramic ones, the ceramic ones will also dish, but they will dish a little bit longer down the road. So maybe every other sharpening, you have to reflatten it instead of every single.
So what is that process for getting that flat?
So yeah, so the Shapton stones that I use, they're ceramic, and I have a diamond lapping plate that Shapton also sells. But for other stones, you can just use a regular um, diamond lapping plate. It doesn't have to be Shapton. And what you do is you basically you you place that stone on there, and you basically go back and forth in like an X pattern, and then you flip the stone, and then you continue that X pattern. And what you're trying to do is, as you sharpen across that stone with, let's say, a half-inch chisel, right?
Huh.
You're going to only, even though you try and use the entire stone left to right, you're eventually going to kind of put most of your wear in the center of that stone, just because the center is always being used. If you take a half inch and you go to the left, you're still hitting the center, and a half inch to the right, you're still
Oh, right.
hitting the center. So the left
Yep.
and the right don't get used quite as much,
Yeah.
even though you try and use them as much. It's just inevitable that you won't. So what ends up happening is you end up with a dish in it, and also you can't really use the entire stone if you're using a jig to hold that chisel, because as you pull it all the way back to the back of the stone, you've got maybe 2 or so inches of the jig that the plane iron or the chisel is in that is not being used. So that's the other reason why you often will spin that stone so that you're using that other half. But what ends up happening is, in the center, you end up with a dish on both a left to right and a front to back. So what you have to do is, to prevent your chisels or plane blades from having a dish in them, or a radius in them, you have to flatten them. So the ceramic stones from like Shapton, they have that ceramic is a lot tougher and a lot harder. That compound that they use to take the fine particulate and bond it all together has a longer wear period than something like an Arkansas oil stone or a Japanese water stone. Those are much, much, much softer, and those are natural, right? So they're not going to have that bonding agent to keep the um, the particulate that actually does the cutting together. So it will dish a lot quicker. So that's why. And water stones have to usually be soaked and kept in water. Oil stones, you use some form of like a 3-in-1 or some sort of multi-purpose oil as the lubricant. Diamond stones, their diamonds are bonded to a steel plate, and that won't warp or dish, but you typically use some sort of lubricant like water on that. You can use diamond stones without any lubricant, but still, eventually the diamonds will wear out over a period of time, but usually that's years. So
with diamond, what do you use? Like, is it an oil or just water on a diamond
I
stone?
would say just water. I would say just water if you're going to use anything. That's typically what I've always done. Is that the absolute correct thing? I don't know. I'm sure the manufacturer may have some recommendations, but most people will just use water.
Yeah, it's okay. So I'm
And
reading
it's
the
just
description.
basically to keep the slurry away.
Yeah, it says, while not mandatory, using a lubricant during sharpening can extend the life of the abrasive and help clear metal swarf. Be sure to dry the stones completely if water is used to prevent rust. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then there's the question of, do you use distilled water, or do you use water with the Hone Right, which is supposedly supposed to help prevent rust forming on the tools. It's a rust preventative as well as a little bit of a lubricant.
Okay.
But again, you can just use sandpaper, right? And if you're going to use sandpaper, and you want a little bit of a lubricant, you could use something like a WD-40 or some sort of spray lubricant that is oil based. I think to just pick up that swarf and help get that slurry to clean those.
Now, would you use like a sandpaper that is designed to be wet? So like a wet polish paper like you'd use like for car, like for auto body and stuff?
It depends. I've seen both. I've seen people use both. I think the Scary Sharp system is a non-wet based, unless it's in their higher grits. I've also seen people use wet dry sandpaper and use that lubricant to help relieve some of the metal filings and the swarf and kind of get it out of the way.
Okay.
I would say it would depend on the type of sandpaper that you're using.
Okay.
Whether it's like an aluminum oxide or, some other. I'm not as well versed on the sandpaper versions, but I use sandpaper often to flatten planes, to refurbish them. And oftentimes I don't use anything. I just get some of the strips of sandpaper that's sticky back. And I just put it on a piece of float glass and I just use it. And, occasionally I'll, blow it off with, or I'll brush it off with a brush and then I'll use it again until it kind of no longer has a bite to it. And then I'll just rip it off and replace it.
I mean, really, and if you're looking at, cost of entry, the Scary Sharp is probably the cheapest one that I found.
Oh yeah. I think it's like $18 for a packet.
If you do, I'm looking at the Pro XL, so it comes with a 12 by 12 inch piece of glass and a mat to keep it from slipping around.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
all 8 pieces of paper for $42.
Right. And I think if you opt to not get the version with the glass, I think it's like $18 or $20.
Yeah. And they have a diamond kit now too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's $89.
That's for one stone.
No, that's for.
Is it all three?
Yeah, it comes with all the grits. It's the Scary Sharp Pro Diamond Kit with 12 sharpening films. Looks like it comes with 2 pieces of glass.
Sharpening films.
Mm-hmm. So it's a diamond impregnated film.
Oh, so it's still like a paper then.
Yeah.
It's almost like a diamond-based sandpaper.
Yeah.
So it would last longer, but then if you just do the Pro Kit, which comes with a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of glass, and then all the paper, it's $29 right now.
Now I will tell you, what I've experienced with paper, once you start putting water on it, they don't last very long.
And that's what it says in the description is you do not use water with it. Like it's just, and I remember watching the video that Jonathan put out that he didn't use any. I don't remember him using any kind of liquid with it.
Yeah. And then once you get everything sharp, one of the best things you can do is get yourself a leather strop. And then 95% of the time, you don't have to go back to your sharpening stones
You just need
for a long time. So you just need to strop in between. Whenever you feel as though the chisel or the plane is just getting a little bit dull, take it out, strop, break that little curl that has formed over and just get it nice and hone it basically. And you'll be good to go. The only time you then really need to go back to your stones, especially your lowest grit and your medium grit, is if you have a chip in the blade that you need to get out, or the chip in the chisel, that edge has fractured, and then you have to go all the way back to start and get that nice and flat. But other than that, the only thing you really ever need to do is strop and then maybe go back to your, highest grit, or, your 10,000, 12,000, whatever that range is, 8,000.
Interesting.
Yeah. Once you get it sharp, it's like a minute to 2 minutes to keep it sharp each time.
Pretty much as long as you don't, drop it or.
Again, going right back to the why I like the rubber mats around the hand tool bench.
or you pull a me and you don't realize that you're flattening or you're cleaning up some edge banding, and you happen to have one pin nail that didn't go as deep as the rest.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I will say it took the head of that pin nail off, but it also left a nice little dent in that plane blade.
Yeah.
And that did take a little bit of work to get out. Some choice words too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was so mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about you, Ackerley?
He's just over there
awful
enjoying
quiet
the
over there,
conversation.
Wackerly.
Yeah. Getting ready for popcorn Saturday.
Can't wait.
I saw him barking orders over there.
And now, but we were talking about, if I'm still up after midnight, there'll be popcorn.
Oh.
That's the incentive that you have to stay up after midnight. If that was me, I'd be like, you know what? I don't want popcorn that bad. I need nap time. I need my beauty rest.
Some of us don't sleep that much.
I will say the popcorn recipe that I found online with the flavacol and buttery coconut oil. Oh man, that is movie theater butter all day, or movie theater popcorn all day. Perfect.
I will say tonight, I will not be getting a lot of sleep.
Real butter popcorn.
Nope.
Yeah.
See, I'm with Matt on that. Real butter.
I don't need all
Fake
them
stuff.
special flavors and some real butter, a little bit of salt. Call it good.
Can I just have a coffee flavored coffee, please?
Exactly. I want a venti. You need a large?
Extra whip.
A venti?
I'm sorry. You're stupid in 3 languages.
I just want a large farba.
Actually, grande is the only one that actually means large.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Where were
grande,
we one
like
time? It's my daughter took us in there, and they're ordering all this different stuff, and I'm like, do y'all just have black coffee? Just regular old black coffee. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And they looked at you like you were stupid. I'm like, what's
Yep.
all this?
We got a
Coffee
drip.
flavored coffee, man.
Okay, we got a drip. It's going to drip for 45 minutes. You want to sit and wait for that? No.
No.
Damn black cup of coffee. It's all I want.
Exactly.
How hard is that?
It's a $5 cup of coffee.
Do you want a large or a medium? There's
They get all
supposed to be
this
3 sizes if you got a medium.
like, whatever the heck they put in all these drinks. I'm like, God.
That's why I just make coffee at home.
Papa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bink.
My taco ladies already know. I just say coffee and they know. They even have it made ready to go. I just pick it up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special. No freaking ice. We don't need none of that stuff. I don't know
Oh,
how
I need-
it's not coffee. You're putting ice on it.
Oh,
No, but
haven't-
a good
Sure.
iced coffee in the summer is
Yeah. Certain times of year,
Pretty
an iced
good.
coffee is a little bit
Y'all city boys. No,
no,
No.
I don't even. I
that is
don't
not
even
coffee.
drink.
It's
I
got
don't even
ice.
drink
That's
hot
but that
coffee
to
anymore.
me, an iced coffee is an afternoon snack, an afternoon treat. I don't care how hot it is in
That
the
is
morning.
why you're from North Texas.
I want a hot coffee. I want a hot, just black cup of coffee. with a
You
little
need
bit
to
of
just
honey in
cross
it.
over the border, son.
Honey?
Man,
Did
I'll
you
drink
say
iced
honey?
coffee all year long.
Yeah, honey.
What? Honey
Yeah.
in
Honey
coffee?
is actually a really good sweetener
It
for
is
coffee.
local.
And tea.
I use local honey because I don't
Ugh.
like sugar in my coffee.
I don't like sweet. I don't like a sweet coffee at
But
all.
that's the thing. If you use just a little bit, and I've got a bottle of honey that has crystallized.
Yeah.
So I will take like the back of a spoon, so just enough, just whatever you can get on the back of a spoon, on the handle of a spoon, mix that in. It adds just a hint of sweetness. It's not like, because I can't do, like my wife, like when she orders a coffee, it's like this thing that has an aftertaste of coffee. That I can't do. No.
Yeah.
I just enough.
I'm
Now
good.
we get deep in the weeds on coffee here. The best thing that I have found,
Don't embarrass us Texans, BJ.
the best thing that I've found to put in coffee. I'm not embarrassing
coffee?
anybody. Yes, coffee. But
Extra coffee.
so
Water, coffee,
No.
water.
I mean, you need the water to brew it. Unless you really want to get crazy, then pour some Red Bull in the hopper and make some coffee with some Red Bull. Because the biggest issue with a lot of people have drinking a black coffee is the bitterness. That's why a lot of people don't like black coffee, is they say it's too bitter. I love just black coffee. But if you take and put a pinch, I swear, if you will take and put a pinch of salt in your coffee.
Wait.
Brew it.
What?
Yes.
What did you
Take
just say?
Oh,
The
Just a
salt will
little
actually
It's got to
cut
be a
some of the
Texas thing. It's got to be a
No,
Texas thing.
because salt. Because
Go to
okay,
Oklahoma or Arkansas. Pick one.
no. Hear me out. I'm going to give you the science behind this. Okay. We've all seen Mary Poppins, right?
That
Yeah.
explains everything.
Yeah, but that's sugar.
Listen. And she says a spoonful of sugar helps the bitterness go down, which is complete opposite. Sugar,
medicine go
Medicine.
down.
the medicine is bitter. They're using the sugar to mask the bitterness. Sugar will actually increase on your taste buds, will increase the bitterness. Salt will reduce the bitterness.
It's a lower pH.
So if you have bitter coffee, if you don't like bitter black coffee, put a pinch of salt in it.
Just buy
And it
better
will-
coffee.
Yeah. Don't go to Dunks.
That too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, when I did the keto thing, I did the butter coffee thing, and that was the worst coffee I've ever had. I'm sorry.
wait.
Half and half.
Butter coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You talk to keto people, they put butter in their coffee
Well,
because
like
fat
pretty
is
keto
fat
people
is
will
allowed.
just like freeze a stick of butter, and that's just what they'll eat.
Yeah.
You know, it's a popsicle.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Do you want a popsicle?
it is gross.
Popsicle.
Gross. Ew. Butter. Ugh. I mean, I know so many people. I mean, New England, Dunkin' Donuts. It's everywhere here, but all those people, they're like, "Oh, I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee." I'm like, "Oh, how do you order your coffee?" You're like, "Oh, extra," and that means extra cream, extra
like
sugar. And I'm like,
8
that's
pumps
disgusting.
of cream and 8 sugars.
Yeah.
So
Have you
milk
ever tried
flavor- or
drinking
coffee
that
flavored
black?
milk?
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Kind of like, would you like some coffee with your cream?
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yes, exactly.
gross.
But going
Well, you
back
know
to the butter, I will say I do enjoy Ruth Chris, where they just like
Oh yeah.
make the whole steak in
It's
a
a little
vat of
bit. It's
butter.
a steak
Whoa,
flavored stick of butter.
we jumped so hard.
Wait. You what did you say? Butter on what?
Steak.
Steak.
They cook the
Joey,
steak.
you don't count
in
anyways
butter.
because you eat well done steak. So your
And he
opinion
eats
on
it with
steak.
ketchup. So
Yeah, your opinion on
Medium
steak.
well. Excuse me, medium well.
Ugh.
Cook
So
the
anything
flavor.
step
over
away
medium
from
is-
shoe leather.
might as
Just,
well be
yeah,
well-
exactly.
well
Just
done.
put a
It's
shoe
beef
in on your
jerky.
plate. There's that's. I mean,
Ugh. And you're judging me on my Texan based on my coffee, and you don't even eat a real steak.
I don't want the thing to still be mooing when I put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want
Raw
to have
animal.
to gnaw on it to
Eating a raw
Eat.
piece. We just go get the dang thing straight out of the freaking deal and just put it in your mouth.
That's what we do.
cut it off, throw it on the
That's
grill.
gross.
2 minutes on one side, 1 minute
Y'all
on the
gonna
other
get
side. You're
worms. Y'all
done.
probably
salt
need
and
some ivermectin
salt and
or
pepper,
Salt and pepper,
grill marks,
worm
bud.
your
you're
own
good.
Marinating all
But-
day in salt and pepper
So
with
many
butter,
conversations going.
melted butter.
Ah, y'all are gross. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's rein this in a little.
Gotta
Oh,
marinate 'em,
boy.
baby.
Oh boy, that got under everyone's skin.
So I got a fun fact for y'all that I just saw. So koi fish always travel in groups of 4. If attacked, koi A, B, and C will scatter, leaving behind the decoy.
How in the hell did we go from talking about coffee to?
I don't
koi
know.
fish?
I just saw it and I thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
The
But I gotta
decoy.
The decoy, yeah. Dad joke.
We'll be here all
Where's-
weekend.
Where's the symbol?
Try the veal.
Ba-dum-bum.
That was
Don't-
intense. That's a camping joke, right? Real intense.
So
Oh yeah, you can't run to a campground. You can only, or no, you can't
We're all
ran.
intense.
You
Yeah.
can't ran through a
camp-
campsite. Yeah. You can only run because it's past tense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the other night at volleyball practice, my back's still been bothering me from the wreck. And one of the kids runs up and jumps on me. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, man, I got a week back. You can't do that. And one of the other dads goes, oh, you got a week back? How long you had it? I was like, about a week back. Anyways, whatever. You had to
that
be
went
there.
over like the iced coffee did, didn't it?
Let's wrap this up.
Let's put a bow on this. We are vastly off track here.
We're going downhill fast.
It's all right. It's all right. Good
Over
day.
here.
Car with no
And
brakes.
we're over here. And
It's
we're
a
over
car
here.
with no brakes. We're
Mhm.
going downhill fast.
What's next?
Where'd he
We
go?
talked about
Where'd
koi
he
fish, so what
go?
can we go to now? How about that jack-o'-lantern in the background over there? Is it
Mhm.
stuck to the bench?
Probably.
It could
Awesome.
be. It could be.
So talking about 3D printing, have y'all ever printed anything with fuzzy skin?
No. And I was looking at that setting a couple days ago, and I was like, I kind of want to try that.
I don't know if it'll focus.
Yeah, it's
Just the
fuzzy.
texture.
Yeah.
Textured.
I like it. I handed this to my wife and she just handed it right back. She's like, nope, can't do that. She said it felt weird,
I
but
can do anything for
I don't know.
you.
It's
What is that?
this.
It
It
looks
is
like
a
a
mic
microphone.
handle. It's a mic
Mic
handle for the DJI microphone. Where is it?
Oh,
I
is that your?
I think my camera's in my shopper. I'd show you how it fits.
Where it's at?
Yeah, I made that when I went to
Microphone.
the build show, so I could talk.
Did you have two
Little-
turntables also?
And a
No.
microphone.
No,
Where it's at?
I was short. I was short two
Got two
turntables.
turntables and a
unfortunately.
microphone.
That's Matt's fault. That's Matt's fault.
Do you have a dang song for everything?
He does.
Always. They just pop in my head as soon as you get a lyric going. It's like boop.
Hey,
Yes.
we
Earworms
sang,
with you must be horrible.
Oh, Matt and I sung a whole song to Steve earlier.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. Speaking of
Did you-
sorry, I would just like to say I am kind of sorry to see Festool Live end.
Yeah. What's up?
What happened?
saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It is no more. It's come to its end. So,
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
somebody no
Why?
longer going to be with the company?
Probably nothing that we need to talk about.
so there's
Okay.
nothing that we need to talk about here.
Well, thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
It is sad to see it go. But there are over 200 episodes, which I have learned a ton from. And
I've never watched one. I'll have
yeah.
to.
I just
They're
learned something from
extremely
said
good.
last week on the extractor that I had no idea that it did that.
Enlighten
learn?
us.
Hmm.
Share with the class.
Well, one is sucking up water with one. The other one is on the side of the CT15. You have the little contraption door that's an air vent, that's an air louver. You flip that open and you can plug the hose into that and it becomes a blower.
Ooh. Oh,
Didn't know that. I was like, really?
that's
And
pretty
as I
neat.
was watching that, I looked over and I looked at because there's one in here. And I was like, huh, look at that. When did you know? Had no idea.
Just make sure you have that hose pointed in a safe direction because it's going to kick every bit of dust that's stuck inside that hose out of that hose and all over your shop.
It was interesting to know. Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What changed? What you got that smirk on your face for, Steve? What
Me?
did
No.
What did Matt do?
I'm trying to figure out what Matt's laughing at.
I'm trying to figure out what he did incognito,
said.
like name change or something.
No, he's laughing at what I said
Mm.
about having your hose pointed in a safe direction.
Did you have to elaborate on that? Don't you think we would have known that? We just didn't mention it to give him a little more. Yeah.
I'm just seeing where he's going.
You know where he's going to go with it. Stop egging him on.
I'm trying to be a good boy. Come on now.
I've got my finger over his mute button, so we're good.
Can't say nothing around y'all guys.
Hey.
On that note,
Yeah. Okay. We need to get Jeff. We need to get Mr. Fitzsimmons. Dang,
Fitzsimmons.
spit it out
My name
in
is
the
Jeff.
back in the on backstage with us, so we can talk about
Yeah.
those things. Need to send him a
Absolutely.
link, Steve, when we get done here. See if he'll come in there.
Yeah,
and
we'll
hang
do
out
that.
with us for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Jeff,
sure
we'll
he's
send
in
you a
the
link.
shop. Anyhow, all right. Until next time that we embarrass ourselves.
Yeah.
Matt, nothing. Everybody just got nothing to say.
I was good. I was a good boy.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for us this fine Friday. Get ourselves kicked off of YouTube. We're going to end this. And Wackerly says something that we can't go back from. This is very awkward.
Awkward.
Bye, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful Friday night and have a wonderful
Jeez.
Saturday. We will see y'all on Sunday.
Later.